Well, before we get to the local press banner, which is this paper here, Scotts Valley and San Lorenzo Valley, I thought we would take a look at I live by Santa Cruz, California, Coast, California. Thought we would look at the good times. It's the local kind of what's happening paper, what's going on in the area. So Crushing is this, we had a bunch of wine festivals and wine and art festivals lately around here. There's crumbs here on my table, don't like that. So there's not many interesting articles in here, but let's just take a look and see what we can comment on. Oh, couch potato. I need a new couch. Mine's a little bit worn out. And now that we had our Thanksgiving feast, I think that we have to be less of a couch potato. Gonna have to go out and start doing, 2-mile walks again and things. And let's see, editor's note. We pride ourselves on fresh organic. Here's some people, do you notice letters to the editor are always complaining? So I'm not going to read that because it's not very soothing to have something always complaining. And instead, let's see what's it. What artist participated in the encore weekend of open studios who should not be missed? It's a man on the street. So they all tell what artist they think is the best. A 30-pound bag of dog food. So you need a little bit of strength if you're going to get a couple of those. And hey, not summer anymore, okay? Winter time now, can I tell you? A little behind sometimes. Sometimes it's sunny here, The storm is coming, it says, so buy some jewelry. I don't know how that connects up, but here's a story on our drought. They're figuring out if they can do desalination, get water from the ocean, things like that. Reverse osmosis. Falls, let's see, Staff of Life. There's a local store. Very floral and festive here, it looks like. So, seven-day guest. Everything now is going to be, from now until the end of January, it's going to be like, join this fitness club, right? And Brown Ranch. They say if you're angry about things in life, living well is the best revenge. So keep that in. I think we're too late for the pumpkin decorating contest. This good time was from, I think, a couple of weeks back or something. All right, let's see what else. This is the local. We have a lot of local vineyard around here in Santa Cruz County. Make some very good wines because we got real warm summers in the mountains, but nice, cool, foggy air by the ocean. And it comes up, it makes the perfect climate to make good wines. Don't you wish you could squish all these grapes and make some nice homemade wine out of it? And let's see what else we got. You can study natural medicine, learn about what is that thing where it's magic water? Oh, homeopathy, okay. Not going to get into that right now. it's water with nothing in it that magically cures you of your diseases. Del Williams, jeweler, spot something there about 40 years ago, I think. Solar is cheaper. Well, if you can put it on your roof in California, because our electric rate is so high, solar could be cheaper over about 20 years. So you gotta live in your house a long time, though, if you're gonna benefit from it. If you're uptight, you can get a nice massage, you know. I personally don't, I have a hard time enjoying a massage because I'm like, I don't know, too self-conscious or something. Modern life. This is not attractive furniture to me, but that's just me, you know. Everyone has their own taste. I think I run more towards the classic Victorian style. Art pressing. If you need to go to the animal hospital, here you go. It's a bargain price, $25 to be examined. And we're going to recycle some tires, I see, okay. What kind of events are going on? Annual Y2K. Wait, wasn't that a long time ago? Do you remember all that hype, how the world was going to come to an end and all the computers were going to shut down and the financial system was going to be destroyed and the electric system would stop working and water would stop flowing through the pipes and it was going to be a disaster. And then on New Year's Day, we all see nothing happen. Interesting. Y2K. I was in rocket science back then, too, and we had to take all kinds of precautions at work, but it turned out nothing happened at all to our computers. I like the colors of this glass, don't you? I think that's cool. Let me hold that up so you can see that better. Nice colors on that. I think I have a fondness for turquoise and blue, green, and things like that. Second harvest. Okay, this is the time of year we try to help the poor and people hungry. Do you know the church I go to? We have raised over £1 million of food for the local food bank each year for about 3-4 years in a row now. That's quite a bit because this is not a very big community, but I think it's a good thing. I don't like any children, especially, to ever go hungry. We have such a wealthy nation, right? No one should ever need to go hungry. And particularly the children. Events calendar, you got, I don't know, photography, awareness through movement, and that kind of thing. But this thing's a little out of date. And open studios. This is a thing where the artists that do art from their home, they all open up their house on a tour, like, and everybody goes around to everybody's art studio or house that's a studio, and there's a map, you know, and there's like 50 or 70 artists or something, and they sip wine and they look at their art. It's a good way for artists to get exposure in the local community, you know. And addiction. Is this a before and after picture? It's kind of like, okay, when I was an addict, I wasn't doing too good, but now I'm clean and sober, and I'm beaming and beautiful. Kind of a good thing there. Local bands I never heard of. Sugar by the Pound. Bluegrass music. Okay. Here's all the live music event calendar, so that way we know where we can go listen to any band that we like in the local area. We actually get a big name now and then here in Santa Cruz. All right, and movies and stuff. So I think we'll move on and look at the other paper now. Small local paper. This only comes out weekly, so that's why it says November 21. I'm kind of behind. Let's see here. I think I point this out to you before. Our homes are not very much of a bargain around here. Here's a nice A-frame style with ocean views. 1,179,000. Okay. Over the hill in the Silicon Valley, this is a little fun fact that's not so soothing to me, though. The median price in Los Altos is about $2 million for homes. So if you think they're expensive where you live, man, that's really high. Here's another one. 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on a flat lot. $950,000 right there, see? Not very soothing if you want to buy a home. Let's get our candle over here. And I put some real rubies and things on this candle. But no one ever gets to see them, so I'm going to show you. I have some aquas down here, some actual aquas. I got some garnets and some real rubies, and another kind of stone that I forget what it's called. It's kind of a pink stone. I gotta figure out what that is. Anyway, off topic. Let's see what's going on. Christmas tree buying guide. We have a lot of... I better move this or I'm gonna light the paper on fire. That would not soothe you at all. See, we have so little local news. They restored the door on a local business, the butterfly doors. So that's our big lead story there, see? Butterfly door restored. It is very beautiful, stained glass, and this Indian guy, Indian woman, look like. She's sitting out in front, made out of some kind of hardwood, redwood, or no, that's probably cherry wood. Oak Tree Restaurante in Felton, a little town close by. I know a couple of these realtors, but I'm not going to say who, because they might not want me to point out them and their names. Local, small town sort of community turning into a big city. Uh-oh, fatal crash. And I think this might have been, I heard about this on the radio or something. Was he driving a Pontiac Grand Am? We have some dangerous highways around here. Little 2-lane mountain roads, And I think it rained that day, even though we're having a drought. The police log doesn't have much by way of violent crime, which is good. it's always a drug thing or a vehicle break-in, you know. Let's see, this one, possession of illegal drugs, vehicle burglary, car back window smashed out. That would be a huge, huge drag, because it's like, you gotta replace the window, cost you $500-600, and the person took something worth like $20, right? Let's see, this guy driving on a suspended, driving while intoxicated, another vehicle burglary on the same street, I think. No, different street, okay. Another vehicle burglary. Oh, these two were on the same street. Empty home burglarized. And there's no violent. Oh, this guy was stalking somebody, but they caught him before he do anything bad. Okay, driving intoxicated. Another one. So, no violent crime. That's good. Let's see. CHP says, hey, drive a little bit more careful. You know, we got rainy weather coming up. I think that's good advice. So Santa's coming to town. Over Creek. Here's where I was on November 22nd, 1963. Is that the day of the Kennedy thing, assassination? Yes. I was at school that day, and it's true, you do remember where you were and what you were doing. I was a little kid, but I still remember, because the teachers was all crying, see? So, that's why I remember. I wasn't old enough to even know who a president was, or what a president was, but I remember teachers crying. My Betty Brown teapot, here, let's see, this lady was talking about a friend who came over on the Queen Mary or something. And all she had was a teapot, but she appreciated it. And let's see here. Did we pass the obituaries? We did, huh? You know, sometimes I like to see how long these folks lived and what they did. Wow, these guys lived a long. Here's 1927. So, here's 1929. Uh-oh. This guy born in 64, so he wasn't very old, relatively speaking. He just had his 50th birthday. Wonder what happened to him. Oh, he got cancer and peacefully passed away, it says. Okay, I'm not going to be morose here. 1939. So, most of these folks were living a long life. Most of these over here lived to be, 80-something. 85, 87. I think that's the average life expectancy now. So, save up a lot of retirement money if you can. Because if you retire at 65 or 67, you still got to have enough savings to last you for like 30 years, right? 20 years, 25 years. Kings Village, local stores and things. There's not much news in here today, is there? A Thanksgiving poem. Let's see. Should I read any lines of this to you? I'm thankful for big leaf maples that shower me with leaves as big as saucers. As I walk in Henry Cowell along the river trail and for the giant redwoods that sprouted long ago at the time of the Mayan civilization. That doesn't seem like a poem to me. It seems more like a flowery prose. But I know this trail, I've walked it many times, goes along the San Lorenzo River. If you saw it, and you're from back east, you'd say, how can you call that tiny little stream a river? Or if you're from the Northwest, someplace like that. Let's see, thankful for the dog park and the soccer field at Sky Park. That's close to where we live. Bonnie Doon, that's where the wineries are. So anyway, this person talked about all the things they're thankful for. But I don't think that's a poem. Not the way I understand it. Poetry doesn't have to rhyme, but it does have to have a certain flow and imagery, maybe metaphor and things in it. The year-end strategy, hey, can we cut our tax bill? How is he telling us to do it? Oh, he's going to say things that don't apply to most of us, which is sell some of those stock investments that you have a loss in and take the loss against your taxes. Okay, the Cougars. This was my team when I was in high school. Did they win? Let's see. I guess they did. They beat SoCal. All right. Okay. I played football 1 year. Broke my foot. Only time I broke a bone in my life. Cougar of the week. Okay. Anyway. You can see that that's about it. Not a whole lot of news in our local newspaper. Let's see if there's anything else. That's why it only comes out weekly. Date book. Jazz music. Coffee, talk, and crafts. This, I don't mean to be misogynist or anything like that, but I think this is a woman's event, because if I went to something called Coffee, Talk, and Crafts, I'm quite sure my head would explode, and they would have to pick up the pieces. But, that's just, oh look, they have it again down here. November 27th. All right. Everyone's got their own. Hey, look here. Sea glass jewelry. I pick up quite a bit of sea glass when I'm beach combing. So maybe I can go to this place and learn how to. I make jewelry, so maybe I can go there and learn how to make some of that stuff. See what I can do with my sea glass collection. That might have been a little noisy. Christmas store. Didn't know we had one, but apparently we do. It must have just opened. And so they got a Christmassy decoration here. Do you think anybody in all of human history has ever read the legal notices that go into these papers? Because I'm quite sure that no one ever has read all of them. But there they are, just in case. That's just about it, I guess. We have the VCUM, whatever that is. Let's see what it says. Valley Churches United. Oh, okay. So they're going to also do toys for tots and food drive and things like that. Gifts for, poor children and stuff. Does anybody do these puzzles? Enter a number from 1 to 9 in each cell of the grid. Most frequently, a 9 by 9 grid has 3 by 3 subgrids. Then what do you do? Each row, column, and region has to contain only one instance of each number. Okay, these number ones kind of like bore me to death, so I'm not going to try that. Well, there you have it. I think that's about it, so I hope that everybody had a really nice Thanksgiving. And I'm going to have another sip of this. And of course, especially this time of year, I need to close with my closing word of advice to everyone, which is, don't ASMR and drive. All right. Take care, everybody.